All right, so today we will look into your color scheme option and about room legend, and we will know about creating your door family file. So we already have created like this. We already have created. So in yesterday's class, in the previous class, we have learned that how to place this room tag with your length and width. Okay, now about placing this room legend, how you can place that. So for that, what you have to do is you come to this annotate tab, and there you have this option color fill legend. Okay, so this will place a legend for these all these room tags. Okay, and about changing this colors and all, and about setting all. So for that you have to come to this architecture tab, and there you have this room and area and sorry, this color scheme options. Okay, so just let me go through that about the process. Let's place some room tags over there. Go to room, and there you place for one room, for this room, and like this room, and like this room. Okay, and about this room, this. Okay, so now after placing all this, you change for the name. So up to this, we have already covered, right? And up to this, it is clear to everybody, right? And then you go for this annotate tab, and there you have this color fill legend. Okay, so after that you will be placing at the position, and then you will have this window over there. Okay, so what is your space type? These spaces are your room, right? So you will be defining it as your room, and the color you want according to the room type, or what is all about your colors. So for that you will be defining with the name, right? According to the name you will have this legend, right? And you click on OK, and now it is created. All right, now it all created. So it will come with the default colors, and after that you come to this architecture tab, and within this room and area, there you have this color schemes, and then you can change it. All right, so you will have this color scheme window, and the category is for room, right? And you have defined this for name, right? And then here you can see that this is your legend, right? So you will be defining it as second floor. Let's give it this as second floor room legend. Okay, and here you will be defining all the colors, like these colors are there. Okay, so you click on this color and then you can change it to this, like, all right. So about this color, and you can also change the visibility if you want to change this visibility. Like for this, let's click on apply, and there's nothing, right? You can see. So you can change the visibility from this option also. All right, and you can go for fill pattern. So right now this is solid fill with this solid color. So you can go for any pattern over there, like this pattern. If you want this kind of patterns, you can go for, or else if you need this solid color, then you will be choosing solid fill. Okay, so let me go for this brickwork, and let me show you apply, and here you can see. So this kind of pattern will be there if you are applying through this fill pattern. Okay, and this is a preview, and let me go for this solid fill again. And now here you can see that in use, so all these are in use, right? Suppose you have created one but you haven't applied over there. Okay, suppose if I go for powder room, let me create from this option. Here is the green plus symbols. I can create one value over there. So let me create like powder room and click on OK. Now here you can see that this is your powder room, but it is not in use. You have created, you have listed within your color scheme, but you haven't applied the room tag, right? So that's why you have everything, but it is not in use, right? So you can choose and delete this. So only those values can be deleted which are not in use. Which are in use cannot be deleted. Okay. So you can select and you can go for this remove value, and it will be deleted. Now just click on apply, and let's click on OK, and let's go for this over there with this room separator. Let's create one line from this, or let's go for this. Okay, no problem. Yeah, now let's go for this room, and here let's apply this. Okay, so this is still a room, and I'll go for powder room. All right, all right. Now come to this color scheme option, and now come to this powder room, and now you can see that is currently in use. Okay, and now you cannot delete this. Okay, so this how also you can add your values, and you can uh, add to this room tags. Okay, so this how you also you can apply. Let's click on apply, and okay, now this is your room legend has been placed over there. Okay, fine. So this how I will be placing. All right, and remember I have discussed about families in the last class. So today we are going to learn about creating a externally external door family that will be your loadable family. So for that, let's go for new. There is a new option, and what kind of file it is? It is a family file, and after that you will be choosing the family template file. Okay. So guys, you all know the Revit file types. Do you know we have four type of Revit files? Do you know that? Hello.
No, sir. Can you please tell us?
Okay. Yeah, sure. So we have project file, we have project template file, we have family file, and we have family template file. These are the four file types in Revit. Okay. So for project file, the extension type is .rvt, and for project template file, that is RTE. Okay. And for Revit family file, the extension type is .rfa, and for family template file, the extension type is .rft. Okay, so here we are going to select one family template file. As like when we start a new project, we choose a project template file, that is RTE type file we choose, right? So creating a family, we have to choose a family template file, the right template file we have to choose for our perfect family file. So let's go to this English, as because I'm working with metric units. If you are working with feet and inches, you can choose English Imperial, and within that you have all the template files related to your perfect family file. Like here you can see that metric column are there, casework, baluster, curtain panel, and for almost everything you have. Suppose if you don't have the right template file, so there is one option, that is this metric, just a minute, this one metric generic model, wall based, not wall based. This is metric generic model. Okay, so metric generic model is there. So here you can see that I cannot see the full name like this way. So you can change the view from thumbnails to list. So you can see the whole name there. If you want thumbnails, you can go for thumbnails, and let's choose a metric, this metric door, as because I'm going to show you with metric door. So let's choose this metric door template, and let's click on open. So now here you can see that the file is family one, right? And now if you go for saving, it will be saved as .rfa, like the it's the same. When you create a project, you choose the family template file and you go for saving. It will be saved as a project file, that is RBT. So same like that, now you are going to save it as a family file. Okay, so let's save it first. Let's save within desktop, within this Revit. I'm going to save it. So let's save with uh, okay. And about options, so how many backup you need? So maximum one is good for me. So maximum one backup. So I'll select that and click on OK. And let's go for save. Okay. And now let's focus what are these components. Okay. So here you can see that one text is there, that is indicating that this is the exterior side, and the opposite is your interior side. Okay, so accordingly you will be creating your model. And we have one width, okay, for our door. So this is wall, that is the host. Okay, that is the host. So this is kind of a family. Without this host, you cannot place door in Revit. Okay, that thing, you keep in mind that without a host, you cannot place door, windows. So these are some families that cannot be placed without host in Revit. All right, so that's because we have this host here, and we have one center reference plane. Okay, we have center reference plane, and this also your left and right, center left and right reference plane, and this is your center uh, front, uh, yes, front or exterior and interior reference plane is there. Okay, yeah, so let's go for that. Before that, let's see that here we have some these these frames are there. Okay, these frames are there. Now I'm going to delete this frame, and with that you see that this properties, this parameter has been deleted also. Let me select and delete. We will create our own, and you come to this family type window, and there at the bottom you already have this. So it doesn't mean that if it is listed there, that means it, that doesn't mean it's applied. And if it is not in uh, not within our screen, so that doesn't mean also that that is not created or that is deleted. So it is listed within this family type or this parameter list. So if you don't need this, we can delete it. Okay, see how I'm deleting this. I don't need it right now. All right, suppose if you need it later, you can still apply it, or you can create it later. Okay, uh, so let me have this. At the last we will decide I will delete or not. Now we have some default parameters for this template, so we cannot delete those default parameters. Like this are, this is your default parameters. Look how this delete parameter option is grayed out right now. It is deactivated. Okay, so there are some this is for your host. Okay, now this is for your wall. These all are created already. Okay, but these are your default parameters. You cannot delete them. You cannot go for this rename and edit. You cannot do that. So there you can see that is your built-in parameter. Okay, that is built-in. You cannot change, you cannot rename, you cannot delete your default parameters. Okay, you have to work with them, or else you can you don't assign them, they will not be reflected. All right, so let's go. All right, so here you can see that we have one post, and this is exterior side, and we have this width for our door. Let's look into this 3D, and here you can see that this opening has been created. This opening already created. Okay, so if you want to create that opening, suppose you don't have this opening, right? Okay, suppose you are creating this from scratch. You haven't selected this uh, family template. So for that, if you don't select that family template, you have to create all this reference plane, and your opening and this width and all. You have to create it from the scratch. So that's why we choose that proper template file, proper family template file, so that we have to do very less work according to our customization only. Okay, so the basic things will be there. We'll be working according to our customizations only. All right, so for that, let's go to this. Okay, and you can go for create, and you can go for this opening option. Okay, so for creating this opening, I will not choose this 3D view. There I cannot place it at center. So there will be lots of work to place it perfectly at the center. So for that, I'll come to this elevation, exterior or interior. So let's place it from the exterior. Okay, now here you can see that in this exterior we have some reference plane created. We have some reference planes created. Okay, the height is applied over there. From this reference level, this reference plane is created. These are your reference plane. Okay, so we will know how we can work with that. Okay, so this is for your symbolic lines. Okay, that defines that at this site we have our hinges. Okay, so let's go to create and opening. So we have this reference plane, and according to that we will create our. So let's go for that. So this will be our opening, and you can lock. You can lock this with this reference plane. Okay, so that what will happen that if you ever change this reference plane position, this thing will be updated also. Or sometimes what happen, it is if you don't lock this, sometimes it may align with this. Okay, so suppose this width was there. Okay, you can come to this width, and let me check this width. Let me check this, changing this width like 1500, and you focus on this area and click on apply, and here you can see that, as I was mentioning, that this is right now aligned with this. So even if you haven't locked it, it is aligned with this. So you are changing this reference plane with this the parameter, this opening, the rectangular shape is being changed. All right, so let's go for this finish edit mode, and you come to this 3D, and here you can see that your opening is created. All right, and it is reflected with your width parameter. All right, so that is done. Creating our opening is done. Now let's create a door jam over there. Okay, so for that, let's come to this reference plane. So we'll be creating a door jam, right? So for that, what we can do is we can create uh, one reference plane or two reference planes over there. Okay, and we can give that thickness parameter. Okay, now for this one, I will go for let me change this to a rough width. Okay, I will change it to rough width. So for that, I will select this one, and here we have this label. So from this list, I will define it as a rough width. I will change it to rough width. Okay. So that is our opening. While constructing it, we have left this open opening. Okay, and now our panel width will be the width. Okay. Oh, all right. So for that, let me create a reference plane. So for that, you come to this create tab, and here you have your reference line and your reference plane. Okay. So if you go for this reference line, so you can take this as a reference. All right. So that will not be included when you will insert into your project. You will be inserting this family into your project. So that reference line will not be added with your uh, view. In general view, you cannot see this. Okay, so that's the advantage, that you can take it as a reference, and the reference will not be visible when you insert it. Okay, uh, so about reference plane, we will be creating a plane to draw our uh, models. Okay, to create our models, we will be creating a reference plane, and according to the reference plane, we can assign our model. We can work according to our reference planes. All right, so that will be easier for us after creating reference planes. So let's create some reference plane over there, and let me go for this uh, distance. Let me go for 75. Okay, and I'll choose this pick line option, and I'll choose this line and this line, so it is easier for to create with this pick line option. Okay, so we have created over there, and now can assign let me go to modify, and we can assign this dimension over there, like 75 is there. Okay, and we can go for this 75. All right, so here you can see that this lock option is there. So we'll not lock it, as because if I lock it, this 75 is will be fixed all of the time. So if I need anything to change this thickness, ever I need to change it, so it will not be reflected properly. So there will be errors, as because I have locked it, and again I'm changing my mind to change this thickness. So Revit will be confused. So that's why I will not lock, as because if I don't lock it, it will be variable. So if I ever change it, it will be reflected. So now this is dimension only has been placed. We haven't applied the label, or the we haven't converted into parameter. So we will convert this into parameter later. Now let's go for creates now. uh, let's go for this mm, let's go for sweep. Okay, so I will choose sweep, and now let's come to 3D, and I it's asking me to define the path. So I can go for sketch path. If I need to sketch, then I'll choose sketch. It's asking me for pick path also, so I have to choose wisely. I can choose pick path, as because I have this 3D edges over there. Okay, so that I have. Now let me go for this pick edges, this edge, this edge, and this edge. Okay, so the first edge you will be selecting. According to that, you are getting your uh, profile uh, work plane for drawing your profile. Okay, you are getting this work plane for drawing your profile. So this edges has been selected. This is your path for your sweep, and you go for finish edit, and then you come to reference level. Okay, so now here you can see that we have this option for creating our profile. So here we'll be creating our profile. Now let's go for edit profile option. All right, so let me go for this here. Okay, so that is also 75. Okay, so I will choose 50 over there. All right, and here also let me go for 35, and let me go for this, or else I think that is too much. Let me yeah. Okay, so here I'll be choosing 35, and let's go for this. Okay, so for our door jam we have created this. All right, so this is your this much is your 25. Okay, so here you can check it from this point to this point is all right. Okay, 50, so that is well enough. And we have created this one, and it will be swept around this. Now here you can see better, it will be swept around this path. So we'll have our door jam properly. So this is created. You have finished working with your profile. If you need to change it again, you can come back to this edit profile option. And we also have some load profile. We will later see that how we can load some profiles over there also. So let's go for finish edit mode, and here you can see that this door jam has been created. All right, so you can change it to realistic. Now here you can see, right, this door jam has been created. All right, so you can assign materials to this door jam, right? So for that we have this material option. So if you generally provide this material, so it will be applied to this door jam, right? But if you need to change, if you need to assign with parameters, if you need to change in project, so for that you have to assign a parameter. All right, so there is no family parameter like for materials has been created. So from here also you can create, or else you can come to this family type window, and there also you have this new parameter. So let's go for door jam material. And what kind of it is, if it is type, so it will be reflected for this whole category of your door. If you want to do it separately for each instance, so you can choose instance. So let's go for type. The discipline is common, and what let's first define the group. So what kind of group it is, it will be like let's go for this general option. Okay, and here it will be for material. All right, so here you can see that we have lots of list. Okay, according to our uh, parameters, all the parameters we can. Okay, so it will be materials and finishes. All right, so that is listed over there, materials and finishes. Under this group, this will be the parameter type, and let's click on OK. So that is created, and you click on apply, and now you select this door jam over there, and here you can see that this material option is there, and here you have this associate family parameter. Now you see that this door jam material is listed over there. So this thing you can also create from this option, new parameter. From here also you can create. So if you go for this option, so there you don't have to define, as because this under this material you are going to create, so it will be automatically selected that material and finishes, as because under this material you are going to create this parameter. All right, so the door jam material is selected, and you go for OK. And now you can see that I cannot change this, right? I cannot change it from here, and it's showing you this equal symbol. That means it is associated with a family parameter. So you come to this family type window, and from this only you can change it. Okay, so now you are going to define, and see, we have few list only, very few list. Okay, so for that what we can do, we can come to this. So this is your project materials. I think I have already discussed about this. This is your project material, and this is your library. So let's choose from library, and let's come to this wood option, and here you can choose what kind of wood you are going to select. So before applying it, you can check it. All right, so which one you want to apply. So let's go for this red wood. All right, fine. So let's go for this graphics, and here I will be defining as render appearance and identity. Here you can see that this your okay, and comments, you can add the comments for door jam material, and all the other things like uh, cost, manufacturer, all these things you can apply. Let's go for apply now, and here you can see that is applied, and click on OK. All right. So you can again come to this, and suppose you need to change this again, and you can come to this appearance option, and there you can go for this. Okay. And this is your brightness, and again, so these things you can change for the color. All right. Let's go for a little bit dark and apply. Okay. Yeah, so now it's fine. And let's create our door panel over there. So for that, I'll go to reference level. Later we will assign these things. Okay, so let's create first our door frame. Let's create a door frame there. Okay, so for that, again, let's create a sweep over there. Okay, again, I am going to create a sweep. So let's go for sweep, and let's choose the path over there. Okay, so let's go for pick path option. This is first, this is second, and this is third. All right, we have selected, and then let's go for creating your profile. Now you go for this edit profile option, and let's come to this reference level. There you can create it better. All right, so we will be creating our door frame. So we will not draw it now. So now we will be loading. Okay, we will load some profile. We'll go to this load profile option, and within this English, let's see that come to this profile. Within this profile, you may have this finish carpentry. Okay, finish carpentry. So let's go for this casing. All right, or this one, whatever you like, you can choose. All right, so let's go for this casing. Okay, this one looks good. Casing profile open. Let's go for this open, and now you have to select this. Now here you can see that is by sketch right now, and here you have to select this. So this is there, and now you have selected. All right, so now what you have to do is you see that this is applied to this side, but I want to this side, right? So for that, what I'll do, I will flip it. Okay, I will flip it. Now here you can see that I want it to this side also. So for that, what I'll do, I will give the angle like 180, and let's see. And now I need to this side, I will flip it. Okay, now it is properly placed. Suppose I needed to move it to this side few few I need to move, so that I can also do it with this horizontal offset and vertical offset. So let's first check it how much the distance I need to move it to align this face to this door jamb face. So here you can do for this measure between two references from this point to like here you will not get any snap points over there, so you have to like go for this 14. Okay, all right, so let's go for this, select this, and here you have this horizontal offset and vertical offset. So now let me show you that if you go for vertical offset, it will move towards this side, and if you go for horizontal profile, so that this will be to this side. So that is your horizontal. All right, and this is your vertical. All right, so we'll be moving towards this side. So let's check with 14 and apply. Yeah, so that is properly applied. All right, fine. Now come to this reference level, and here you can see. All right, now we will go for finish edit mode, and here you can see. Fine. and come to 3D, and there you can check it. All right. So we'll be applying to interior side as well. We'll be applying it to the interior side as well. So let's quickly do it. Okay. Let's come to this 3D, and let's go for create, and let's go for sweep. All right. Uh, let's go for this pick path. Let's select this path, and this path. And let's go for finish edit mode. We have done it. And let's go for load profile over there. Or if it is already loaded, so from this list, you just have to select it. Okay, so that is done. And let's check in reference level. So here it is done. We have to mirror it. So with this angle, we will mirror 180-degree, and now you flip it. All right. And go for this horizontal offset. Let's go for 14. All right, so this is towards this vertical. Now let me go for this vertical offset. Let's go for 14. Yeah. Okay. And I think here we have to change it like this, more 50 more, or this 35 more. So suppose you want to add 35, so you go for this equal symbol and 14 plus 35, and that is done. Okay, so here from this face we will be placing this one for this interior side. Okay, and let's go for this finish, and here we have, let's come to this. Okay, so that is done for this one. And similar like that, you can assign your materials over there. Okay, so let's create a material, uh, frame material, that is your type. Let's create that, and let's select it, and let's okay. And now if I want to add, so select this also, and from here let's select this also. Now you come to this, and the frame material, right, nothing is applied. Come to this library, wood, and there you can choose like mahogany. Let's choose this one, and let's add it. Let's come to this appearance over there, and let's check. So this is there. Okay, so nothing to change now, and it's in comments. Let's add your frame material. You apply and okay, and that is applied. Let's click on okay and okay. So here you can see that is applied. Okay, fine. Next, now you have applied. Now what you have to do is you have to check. You have to check that when you are applying this parameter, uh, it is reflected or not. Let's come to this 3D, and let's choose this rough width over there. Oh, that is 0 right now, and let's increase it 1500. Click on apply, and here you can see that these are being applied, right? Right. So these work well. Now suppose for this one, if I need this to be changed, if I need this to be changed, so for that I can go for this door jamb, and I can assign this like door jamb. I can change this. Okay. Uh, so for that, what I have to do is you have assigned this dimension over there, and you select this dimension, and within this label you have to create, as because within this list there is nothing like door jamb thickness, so you have to create a parameter. So from this option also you can create, so like door jamb, and let's, so this is about your length, as because you have selected already the dimension, and this is under dimension, and let's click on OK. Just a minute, give me a second, let me connect my charger. Okay. So now here you can see that the door jamb thickness is there, and now if I change, it will be reflected to this reference plane, as because this dimension and this parameter is assigned with this this reference plane to this reference plane. Now let me just check it, and if there is anything to assign with this, so I have to do it. So let me just check this from this. Let me just check it first, like 75 to let's do it 150. Let's check it, apply, and here you can see, as I've told you, that it will be reflected to this reference plane only. I have to assign this, I have to lock this profile with this reference plane. So for that, let me go for 75 again, and you go for apply, and let's okay, let's make it okay, and you come to this edit sweep now. All right, let's go for select profile and edit profile. Yeah, so here we have this edit profile. Okay, and here you can see that this is profile is created, and I have to lock with this reference plane, this one, and I will be locking this one also. So I need to maintain this gap, as because this will be fixed. All right, so here is your lock symbol. Let me lock it, so it will maintain this 35. Okay, so now let's go for this align option. I'll choose this reference plane and this face, and now I'll lock it. Okay, now it is locked. Go for cancel. All right, that is done, and let's go for this finish option, and you can also lock to this reference planes also. So let's do that. No issue with that. Let's lock it. Let's select this reference plane. Let's this and lock it, and there is, there were anything, so we could lock it also. So now let's do it. Let's finish this, and as because this is applied to this one, so I'll choose this, and let me apply door jamb thickness. So it is one-sided enough. You can apply this also, apply to this also, it will be reflected like that. So from here you can lock it to this, and to this you can lock it. Okay, so now let's change it. So you can select it, and from here also you can change it. You can open your family type window, and from there also you can change it. So let's go for 100, and there you can see, right, it is changed, and accordingly you can apply to this door frame also. So let's go for it, and we are okay with our 75 one, and now let's create our door panel, right? So for that we are placing it to the interior side. So I'll come to this interior view. Let me close this and let me open interior. Okay, so we have this interior. All right, so let's place. So I will go with this extrusion. All right, so I'll go with this extrusion, and let me come to this reference level. And here you can see that this is your opening has been placed, right? And it will be what will be the thickness? It will be like 50, right? So let's go for this interior option, and let's see. So here you can see that this is your height. So we'll later define the height also. We have to define this height later also. So now what I'll do, I'll select this one, and I'll go for HH. I will hide this, and let me select this one, and yeah, so this is good for us. Okay. Uh, Now come to this create, and let's go for this extrusion there. And you can go for this set work plane. What will be the work plane? So the work plane will at the default condition, it will be according to this elevation where you are currently, right? So this is your reference plane, interior reference plane, and that is okay with. If I ever need to change, so we can go for this set and we can change it. Okay, and let's go for this. Let's go to this. Yeah, so this to this we will define. Okay, and now you can go for this lock. So better you lock it. So with this face it will be locked, and if you need to move it a bit, you can go for move. You can lift it up. So let's not do that. We are okay with that. uh, Now that is created, and now you have to give the extrusion end. So the extrusion start 0, that is work plane. So here you can see the work plane is defined interior, so the extrusion will be started from that work plane. And what will be the extrusion end? So let's give 50 the end, and let's go for this finish edit mode, and let's come to this 3D and let's check it. Okay, so it is to this side, so we have to give the value -50. All right, fine. So here we have created. All right. Now we can define our height over there. So we can come to this, and here you can see that this height is defined with this. And if I change this height, now let me go for this height, and let's change this height to 2002. Let's just I'm just increasing to check it only. Let's click on apply, and let's go for OK. And here you can see that is also changed. This is also changed, and let me bring that door frame back, and let me do that with HR window. And here you can see that is also changed, right? So it's working properly. And let me bring back our height, so 2000, and apply and OK. All right, so let me come to this one reference level, and here you can see that this is our rough width, right? And I'll define this as our width. So this as our width, I can define that. Okay, or this much as our width, so that I can define. So now if I go for this to define width, I think that will be overwritten or over constant. That will be, I think so. So just let me check it. If I give it width, I think this will be over constant, as because there is already this already assigned, and again I'm going to assign it, so it will be over over assigned. So let me just select and let me just check it. Width, yes. See, this dimension would over constant this sketch. Yes, as because with this reference plane, one constant is already there. With this parameter, one constant already there, and you are going to apply it again, so it will definitely over constant. All right, so what you can do is you can go for this door jam thickness, and if you need door jam thickness, so that you can do, or else you can go for your width over there. So let me not go to this, and let me check if I do this like this way. Let me select, and now let me go for this width. Yeah, so now it is applied. So your width is applied, and that is 1350. And about rough width, so you will be changing only one, like width. So or else you can go for rough width. So let me change it. Okay, uh, but if I change it, so that it will be not. Let me just check it. It will work properly or not. We have to check it. So like 1550, apply, and here you can see that is not working properly as I was guessing how much it was. Okay, so here you can see that from this to this you are applying width, but this will not work properly. Okay, so for that, what you can do, if you really need to go for this width, so for that what you can do is if you're okay with this rough width, and you will be changing this rough width, and accordingly it will all be reflected, it will all be changed. So that what you can do is you can come to this one. Okay, and this width is there. Okay, you just need to get the width value, right? So for that what you can do is you can go to this rough width to see, and you paste it over there, rough width, and rough width minus 2 into door jam thickness, means this rough width, this will be minus and this will be minus, the two side door jam thickness will be minus, then you will get this width, right? So that you can do minus 2 into your door jam thickness, so that you have to write door jam thickness, and you can apply. Now you can see that is locked right now. If you go for this rough width, and let's change it to 700 1700, apply, and here you can see that your width has been updated, right? So that you can do. All right, so now I think that is better for this one. We can do that, but we are running out of time. We have to work that a lot, and let's click on OK and apply it. All right, so we are okay with that. And here also let me show you that we can create a type for each and every dimensions. For this height and this width we can create this one also. So as because this is your rough height, so let me go for this also as your rough height. Okay, and this will be your total height. All right, so for that also you can go for that height. So let's go to this as a height. So for that you can uh, go for reference plane. So RP is the shortcut for reference plane, or else you can come to this create and reference plane is there. So let's go for this reference plane. Okay, so just select and let's stretch from this end to this end. Okay, so this will be your height. this will be your height and this is your rough height. So for that, what you can do is you can give the panel thickness over there, and you can get your total height, or else you can let me just check this one to this one, if I can assign. This is 1960, and let's go for this height. Okay, and that is your 1960. Yeah, all right. And about this rough height, it will be with this panel thickness, so you can assign your panel thickness over there. So if you go for this to this, it will be over constant, so you can remove this. Only just you need how much is your rough height, so that you need to calculate only. So for that, you just select this to this, select it. You have to create one, that's panel thickness over type, and okay, and that is done, right? And come to this family type, and this rough height, uh, just what you have to do is uh, just copy this, and come to this rough height. Here you give that height plus your panel thickness, apply, and here it is locked, the rough height is locked. Now if you change uh, this one. Now let me see that if it is working properly or not. Apply and okay. Yeah, here you can see, right? Fine. So here you can see that your rough height has been updated to this, and let's click on apply and okay. So now it's proper, and here you can check it, right? And for this door panel, here you can go for uh, the material you can apply. Let's go for door material. Click on OK, and let's click on OK, and you can come to this, and there let's copy this quickly, apply, and that is OK. So we have applied this, and that is fine. And here you can see that this is the hinge side. All right, and if you come to this reference plane, then here you can see that we don't have any uh, a door plan symbol, so that we can add. If I go come to this annotate tab, and here we have some symbolic lines over there. Okay, let's go for symbolic line, and as because this is to the interior side, so which side is the hinge? This side is the hinge, right? So this side is the hinge. You can change this also, like let's do it from this face. Okay, and how much is the length? That is 1700 right now. Let's go for 1700. All right. Okay, and now let's go for this start and radius. That is your start, and it will show you where it is the end. So that is the end, and it will perfectly grip this one. You just click over there, and that is done. And what you have to do, you select this, and what kind of type is that is door cut or your opening projection, that you can select. And again you have to assign with this parameter, so that if you change this rough width, it will be reflected over there, so that you have to do. Uh, let's go from this point to this point, like this face to this, and let's change this to your rough width. Okay, and now let's change this rough width and let's see that it's working properly or not. Yeah, fine, right? We're done. And now we have to change the visibility, as because we need to see this in this plan. We don't need to include this. So for that, what I'll do, I'll select this one, select this. Let's select one by one, and here you can see that there is the visibility settings. I don't want to include in plan, right? And when cut in plan, I don't want to include them. So I'll uncheck here, and let's click on OK, and let's select this also, and let's go for visibility settings. I will uncheck this option, and for this also go for visibility settings. I will uncheck this there, and OK. And about this door jam also, let's go for visibility settings. Let's uncheck in plan, click on OK, and that is done. And let's save it again, and let's load into project. All right, let's save this project. Okay, so that is here we will load it. All right, so here you can see that we are going to load it. So let's place it over there. So here you can see. So here you can see that we can see this 2D lines only, and here we have this type. All right, that is created Mars batch door family, and for this we have created this properties. Sorry, this parameters we have created. You all remember this ones, and from this list you can change all of this. And let me just come to this, and here you can see this is your door. So this is your box view. This BX is the shortcut. When you select that and you go for the BX, or this is the symbol for your box view, and you have this. Okay, so this is your uh, door family you have created, and what else? Okay, so you have to lock with that, because here you can see that we have some error over there. So here you can see that we have to lock it with that face to that. All right, so let's come to this interior or reference plane, and here we have to lock it. So let me go to this edit extrusion, and here you can see that this is created within this interior view, and over there we cannot change it. So let me now delete it. I will create from this one extrusion. So extrusion will be created from the reference level, so that is okay. I'm okay with that. Let me just quickly do that. Okay, and let's lock this. Let's finish it, and let's come to this 3D view, and let me go for this, or come to this interior, and let's go for align, and I will choose this, and I will choose this, and then lock it, and then done. Let's come to this 3D, and that is totally locked, and let's go for this save, and let's go to this load into project, as because we have changed this existing version only, means only in the modeling, so we can go for this one. Now let's select this one, and let's go for BX, and here you can see that is properly created. what you have to do is just let me select it quickly, and from this let me go to this door material, apply here, and let me save it quickly, and let me go for this load into project. Let me go for this, let me select it, VX, and there it is properly. So that is all for today. I hope it is clear. You have to practice it. And if there is anything you cannot understand, and you are facing some problems, you have doubts, you can ask me. So I'm ending the class here.